Yeah.
You know, this is for people to look back at us when we're not here. So that's why I'm just
Like Samuel, your kids,
yeah.
your grandkids, and
Samuel's old with his kids, hopefully,
yeah.
God willing, or
yeah.
even for himself. You know?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll get to an age where he's confident at doing things.
But something to look back on, you know, and reflect.
You
know, like how we used to go through all those old black and white photos and just wonder, you know, what were they like?
Yeah.
Never met them.
Yeah.
How did they speak? What did they like? You know.
What were their dreams? I would probably look at that.
Yeah.
Their dreams. What
lessons they learned that really helped them.
Yeah, and what put them in the path that they're on now, and how'd they get there?
Exactly. So that's what I'm hoping for this, you know.
Yeah.
To hear from you.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Okay.
It's already recording.
Yeah.
So what's your full name, Uncle? We'll kick off.
Full name. Wow, it's amazing. My full name is David Joe Brown.
David Joe Brown.
Yeah, but as I got older, I didn't realize my real name was David. You know,
until a bit later on.
Yeah, probably. I sort of realised when I had to come over to Australia when I would have been about 15, I needed to get my ticket from the post office. So Auntie Violet gave me my birth certificate, and I looked at it and I said, David?
This is the wrong passport.
I go, sis, you gave me the wrong one. She goes, no, that's yours. I said, what? It's David. Who's David? She looks at me and she goes, that's you. Hey. My family was they had a lot of closets, secrets, and
so like for 15 years,
you
didn't know your name was
No,
David.
I didn't know. I didn't realise, But as we get on and I explain things and what happened on this journey, I got to accept it.
Yeah.
You know, I had to just move on.
Yeah, that's a bit different, Uncle? If you're 15 and then you have to take on like a whole new name, really?
Yeah, it was like that. But as I got older, I had to go to works and people saw my license. And when I went for interviews, I had to use David because that's everything I had. Passport, legally, yeah. You know, I couldn't put down Joe. And then I had to explain them. So I've sort of got a quick story, which everybody says, why is your name David? And I say, wow.
Could you still go by Joe? Right? Or both?
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe more, yeah. You know, I grew up with Joe.
Yeah.
Everyone knows me as Joe.
Joe's cooler.
Yeah. A lot of my friends, they love that name, Joe Brown. They go, whoa, Joe Brown, you know. Yeah. But I like David because, you know, Mum called me that.
Yeah.
Our mother called me that name. So people said, why don't you change it? I said, no, I won't change it because of...
Out of respect.
Yes. It was given to me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I really want to talk about your mum.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Wow.
It's
hard to explain it because I don't.
Because you would have been very young.
Oh, 2.5.
Yeah.
I didn't know her at all. I only know her as in my heart.
Yeah.
You know, but as a physical being, I don't know her at all.
Yeah, because when I was talking to Uncle Terry, he's older than you.
Yes.
And even he said the same thing. Yeah. He didn't really know much. So for you being much younger, I wouldn't expect you to know too much either.
No. I would say most of my mothers would be my sister Violet, Auntie Joy, Auntie Elaine.
Yeah.
And then, or, you know, the sister-in-laws, you know. It's like all my dads. Uncle Thomas was probably my main dad.
Yeah. Like father.
Yeah, he was my father figure. He pretty much was. Like, people don't realise, like, I learned a lot of Uncle Thomas. Well, I shouldn't say. My brother-in-law. He showed me to work hard. If you want anything in life, you got to work for it. That's the hard, raw truth about life is working hard. You know, you're going to have your ups and downs, which I probably had a lot of downs.
Yeah.
But I had to pull myself out of them. I know at school I did. I always talk to my son because he's actually, he doubts himself a lot. He doesn't realize like how bright he is, you know, and that comes from me. there's a new word I always explain. There's a new word they got for learning. It's called dyslexic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In my
I know
time,
that.
it wasn't dyslexic. We were called what we called lazy or stupid, or one I didn't like.
Not motivated.
Yeah, not motivated. One I got told I was dumb.
Yeah.
You know, that really hurt me. But
I heard anyone, yeah.
yeah, it really hurt me, and it made me really look at my life and think, why? You know, why am I like this? Is there a reason why? But I was more.
That's a smart approach to it. Yeah.
I'm more creative. I can build things. I can plan things. I learn in different ways, which in the time I was growing up at school, they didn't know how to sort of
facilitate.
Yes, us. You know.
Yeah. Nowadays is
nowadays
much
it's
better.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah.
So for my journey
for people like yourself,
so
paved the way.
it was really hard to get my license.
Would have been.
To do a lot of things, I had to go and look for people to help me, reading teachers. I had to speak.
You would have learned some skills along the way too.
Lots of skills.
Asking for help is hard, but
it was very hard. It was very hard. I felt stupid.
Yeah.
You know, I felt I didn't feel worthy a lot. You know,
because you wouldn't have understood. Well, you would have known inside.
Yeah.
But no one was kind of helping you along. You know,
I had a lot of my family were trying to help me, but they couldn't understand. Like on technical terms, they wouldn't be able to help you. No, I more really wanted to know what happened to Mum. Where was she?
Yeah,
that's what I.
Or the natural questions.
Yeah, and why wasn't my dad here? Why didn't he? And a lot of things. Main thing was, why didn't he want me?
Yeah,
that really hurt me a lot.
That hurts most men. Yeah.
And it got to points that, like, a lot of times at night, I used to be in bed crying because
it felt probably like rejection.
Yeah, a lot of rejection. You know, really, really hurt inside. And rejected. I think I went through a period of hate. I don't like to say it, hatred towards my mum.
That's a strong word, though.
Yeah, it is. It's a bad.
Because you didn't understand it.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
No one was giving you explanations or answers.
No, I grew up hard. No one taught me things. No one told me why, or explained to me why Mum passed, or why Dad wasn't around. Why? Because I could remember calling my sister Mum, and she said, "I'm not your mum." And I didn't understand.
Couldn't grasp that concept. Yeah,
and
that's a very weird thing.
Yeah. It was weird. And I thought my nephews like Peter and John were my brothers, but
like actual brothers.
Yeah, they said, "No, we're not your brother."
So that's another
it's another
curveball.
Oh, big.
Yeah,
my whole life was like that. It was like really, and I think growing up in my time that a lot of the children weren't allowed to speak.
Yeah. Or express.
We couldn't.
Yeah.
We got told to be quiet and just sit there. So if something happened to me or something I wanted to say or express to my brothers or sisters, I couldn't.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, and as I got older, they go, "Why do you tell us?" And I look at them and go, "Oh my God."
I tried. I got punished.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you a lot of things. I wanted to explain to them a lot of things about myself and hurt, you know.
There would have been a lot too. I can imagine.
Yeah. Like, I can remember your father asking me, he said, "Do you know how to read?" I said, I know, but I honestly didn't learn to grasp reading till I was 25. I properly read and got comfortable. I said, and he said, "Yeah, because you lost a lot of jobs." I said, "Yeah, I lost a lot of jobs because I didn't grasp on what I was doing."
Yeah.
I said I couldn't put it into my head. I couldn't understand.
It wasn't that you weren't, the intention wasn't there.
No. But as I went on, I lost jobs, but I learnt from them. Every job I lost, I made sure I learnt from that job.
You had to. Yeah. It was like a survival thing, I think.
It was hard survival, but I learnt.
Yeah.
You know, streetwise, it taught me a lot of that, streetwise.
Yeah. You would have learnt a lot.
Oh, lots. And I've travelled a lot. through all that.
I love travel. I always say it's the best form of education, travel. You know?
Oh, travel is. And seeing new worlds, new places, more or less
new ways
countries.
of thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I love it. I like to think. I always, how they say, think outside the square for anything.
Yeah.
I do it.
Travel does it.
Oh, it does.
But back in Tikwiti.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the back.
Oh, back in Pew Pew.
Yeah.
Do you remember growing up in like King Country area, or did you actually move out with
no,
Auntie Violet?
Yeah, I was actually gone.
And they went to Hamilton, yeah?
Yeah, I went to Hamilton. I could sort of remember probably around about three and a half, you know. Yeah, that time. But anything in
also,
the
like,
country.
even before that, you had already moved.
Yeah. So, Mum had passed by then, so.
So all you know is, like, Hamilton, yeah.
Yeah. I just know
true.
about Hamilton and what was going on there in my life. Yeah, that was quite a scary experience once I found out that I was living with my sister and my brothers were my nephews and
so
my
many
father
questions.
was my uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law?
Yeah. So that was a big
But they
thing.
would have looked the part too.
Yeah, it pretty much was like that. You know, they we did things together, we ate together, we went to school together and played games. We grew up with the same friends.
Peter Boy, John, like similar ages.
Yeah, pretty much. John's younger than me. Peter's he's probably be about a year older than me. Yeah.
So you're like kind of like the middle brother.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you had sister.
Yeah, well, Lorraine was like a sister to me. You know, in respect to them now, they call me uncle. You know, and it's like, yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, Lorraine. Every time I ring up and talk to my older sister Violet, you know, Lorraine goes, "Hey, uncle, how are you? Like, hey, good sis. Hey, oh, sorry, niece, sorry, yeah." So yeah, it's quite it's amazing.
It's unusual, for most people. So for you as a young person,
yeah, I know it is. A lot of people like to talk to me about my life. Sometimes I do. I don't like to talk about it too much.
Yeah, most people don't.
No, my life is. When they ask me, I say, just think of Once They're Warriors.
Yeah.
They go, what? And I always say to them,
but that's the PG version.
Yeah, that's not the. No, I always talk about Once They're Warriors.
Yeah,
that's sort of the era I grew up in. You know, that I was brought up in. I can remember a lot of times we lived in Otara. I grew up in Otara and being at home by myself a lot. You know? My brothers and sisters don't realise that Auntie Elaine was meant to be at home looking after me, but she was
out too. Yeah.
She was at that age though.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't really take it to heart.
Yeah.
You know, that you should be at home looking after me. And I think, God, she's like...
You wouldn't know, like, what's responsible kind of thing, yeah?
To me,
it just becomes normal after a while.
Yeah. I can remember catching the bus going down to Pew Pew. I was only
all
8.
the way from Auckland.
Yeah.
Even now doing it. Jeez.
I remember coming back from Pew Pew and then walking from Papatoe.
Yeah.
And walking all the way to Otara by myself. Yeah. And I told my wife, she goes, what? I said, yeah, I would have been 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could tell you a lot of things.
Yeah.
And even my your father, all my brothers and sisters, they know some of the things I had to do.
Yeah.
If I told them, they go, what? I said, yeah.
And also having so many older brothers and sisters kind of around, they would have shown you things too, you know?
Oh, I did.
Not directly, but indirectly.
Yeah. I watched a lot of them by just using my eyes and watching what they were doing. Observation.
Observing.
Yeah. And just seeing what they do.
And learning that way.
Yeah. Oh, I do, at home, I do a lot of home maintenance on our house. Like, I bought a whole fence. Took me 2 years because I did it by myself. But, I got it done. What else? I've done a lot of concreting where I get my son to come and help to introduce him. Started teaching him how to cut the lawn and do hedging. And I learned that from all my brothers. Just watching them.
And self-taught.
lot of
for the most part.
Yeah, a lot of self-taught. You know, I was always a person who always watched other people.
Yeah.
If I wanted to get something, I needed to watch people now, you know.
And you're in that position too, being the youngest. Oh, yeah, hard to say because then you moved.
Yes, I did move. People say, why do you move? I said, well, I get bored.
Yeah.
I get bored. I need to move on. I need to look for something to
it's like the
challenge.
way you're wired.
Yeah, I need a challenge. I need to go somewhere else and look for some challenges, you know. So I got out of thinking about the dyslexic sort of thing. But now and then it comes back to me, you know. Now and then I'll do something, then I'll go back in that dyslexic sort of thing. And
it's a spectrum too, I think. Yeah. Most people are all, I think, have some, you know.
Yeah.
We're not all perfect.
No one's perfect.
Not to say that's the goal, perfect, but we all have character, you know. Yeah. Strong points.
I just think everyone's just got to be happy with their life.
Yeah.
You know, I just think we just got to just move on. Life is hard. You know, if you don't sort of control the life that you got, then it's going to eat you up. A lot of times life nearly ate me up, you know, because
life teaches.
Yeah. If you don't really get it and handle the bad stuff, then you're not going to progress. You know, you got to try the bad things that happen in your life or the downs. If you can't figure them out, it's going to eat you up.
I always look at it like lessons, you know.
Oh yeah, that's another good way of looking at it. Lessons. Yeah.
The way I explain it to some of my close friends when they go through hard times is I always say it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to teach you and train you for what's coming.
Yes.
To make you prepared for the victories and the success in the future.
Yeah.
So you had to go through this hardship.
Yeah.
You know, it was meant to be.
Yeah, I'd say
that's the way I try to look at it. You know?
Yeah. I would look at it the same way. I think.
Just get on with it.
Yeah. It is. I think you just got to get on with life. It's going to be hard. I think. Yeah, you've got to find your own way of handling life. You know, I'm not going to look at some person if they do it a different way to what I do it.
Yeah.
I just go, great. You know,
that's them.
Through it. Yeah, that's your way of trying to get through your journey. You know.
We all got our own different paths. Yeah,
everyone's got their own path, and it's true. Like, you know, things happen because you got to try and work your way to get out of it. It's something like you said. It's a lesson, and I agree. It is a lesson of helping you out. You know, and it's not just to help you out; it's to help your family out, to teach you your kids, your children about life.
So school would have been really hard. Yeah.
Oh, it was. It was life.
And did you understand it back then? Like, what's going on?
I didn't understand.
Even, you know, just most kids don't like school. So
yeah,
it's just normal. So for you, it would have been like almost like traumatizing. Do you think, or just
it was very because a lot of kids had their mothers and fathers
bringing
them,
that
dropping
too.
them off, and that would
have been so.
I know.
You got so many things going against you, eh?
Oh, God, there was a lot. I got there. I remember going to school the first day, and the kids were crying, and I was crying, and then
for different reasons.
I was crying because I didn't want to go, and they were crying the same. And then I divided said, stop it! Somebody's crying." I went, "Oh, okay." And I just stopped, and it was amazing. I stopped, and then I looked at the other kids were crying. I was thinking, "Oh, okay,
something's different."
Yeah, no, school was scary. Yeah, very scary. And school was like as I got older in school, I think a lot of it was a bit of racism going on.
Okay.
And that
back in that era as well, eh?
It was really
different era. So
yeah, it was sad. It was sad because half the things that teachers were telling us, they were telling the other kids different things, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because
so there's another layer.
Yeah, it was because of our culture. And I grew up with a couple of boys, Sonny, Sean, Norman, Bridger. We were all we're all Māoris. But Sonny is a Samoan, but
Yeah.
he was married to us.
Yeah.
You know, and we
Still
got
brown.
and we got treated different because of our color, our skin.
Mm.
But we didn't realize. We were at the age of thinking, why, what, you know, what's the difference between us and them?
And to be
Yeah.
fair, most people, you know, regardless of what color, they probably didn't understand back
No.
then too. You know.
No, they didn't. And I'm sure a lot of the white kids didn't understand what was going on too.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, and it was like they were still friends with us. They'll come up to us and we'll talk with them and play with them, and then we'll get split up. And we're thinking, oh, and they'll look at us and thinking, what's wrong? Why aren't they with us? You know, and they were going through the same thing, thinking, what's going on?
Mm.
You know, so it was really hard. You know, going through primary, intermediate. As we got older, it got a little different. You know,
When you get older,
yeah,
you kind of can take matters into your own hands
yeah.
and just not go.
yeah. As I got older, I just didn't listen to it. I just looked at it and walked away. Just couldn't be bothered with it. And we all
You wouldn't
did
have
it.
seen any answers there anyway. So
No,
why?
it was just a waste of time.
Mm.
You know, it's just that. I think one of my friends come up to us and said, you know, they want to teach us. They don't want us to learn anything.
Mm.
And I said, you sure? He goes, yeah, they don't. And I just said, well,
Maybe.
yeah, maybe they don't think we can learn their way. Maybe we're going to learn a different way,
Mm.
you know. And that's when we were in what they called the special class,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah.
And then a lot of boys thought it was great. And then I took on the thing of that it's not great. You know, they're thinking, wow, this is great, brother. All we're doing is just mucking around, playing.
Yeah.
And I said, no, they don't know how to teach us. That's
Mm.
why we're here. And they call it special class. They don't know how to teach us.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it was quite hurtful
Mm.
in that way. You know, it really hurt me.
Yeah.
And I just thought from there on, I just said to myself, I'm not going to let this happen to me. I'm not going to.
It's going to be like a chip on your shoulder
Yeah.
that you use, you know?
Yeah. I used it in a way to get to places.
Yeah.
To get me.
To make progress.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to where I am now today, you know.
Mm.
And I used it in a good way. I didn't use it in a bad way. I used it in a way of, I'm not going to let that happen to me ever again.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
A more positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I traveled, which I loved. And every time I traveled, I always thought about the teachers saying that I couldn't do anything. And
Yeah.
I always smiled and
Yeah.
laughed and just,
That's
yeah.
good.
And it was awesome, you know, really awesome to
That's
think
cool.
about. Yeah.
I like that. I'm the same too, Uncle. I was in the same class, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know I like to travel too, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it can be quite hurtful,
Yeah.
especially with your peers. You
Yes.
know, not understanding and then
Mm.
being ignorant to what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And words back then, when you don't understand it,
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
100 times more
Yeah.
than it should. You know.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I couldn't understand some of the wording they were saying. Like, think about it. I've sort of got to the point, like, where I teach my son is like he's like, when it comes to the ABC, you know, and so they taught me what ABC. So when I was learning to read
Mm.
and sound a word out, I was saying it in ABC instead of saying the sound like that. You know what I mean? Like A
yeah.
instead of A,
But
B.
but it's like you're thinking ultra logical.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm.
but the teaching system and the language is not logical. So when you look at the language, it's dumb.
Yeah, I just think.
Sorry to say
that
that word, but
Yeah.
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 So you would have been thinking like practical,
Yeah,
logical. Sorry,
Mm.
and yeah, that doesn't make sense when you apply logic.
No, but yeah, in those days they didn't. Yeah, but they couldn't understand me, and I couldn't understand them.
Mm.
That's how I put it.
Yeah,
You know, and then and I put it down to my life wasn't an
it was
easy
a
life.
timing
Yeah.
thing.
It was, yeah. I think I learned a lot more probably out of school.
Yeah,
traveling.
naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, and life's taught me a lot of
Just hard lessons, eh?
hard,
Mm.
really hard lessons. But I've done a lot of traveling, like I say. I've done a lot of different jobs. I can remember being a postman.
Yeah.
Being a postman.
Posty.
And I got back and they go,
Where's the mail?
I put them in the wrong ones.
I thought you put them one by one.
Yeah, it was. Oh, and working in a warehouse and sending parcels to different places because I couldn't read them.
Did you know that you were doing it like incorrectly, or you just thought like you understood the job differently?
Yeah, I think I understood it differently.
Yeah.
I did it little. Didn't read it properly, but it was. I never get that was lessons. I needed to look at it properly and understand, and and from then on, I went out and got me hard to say. I had to go out and get a book and start from like sort of Primer 1.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to a shop. Yeah, start from Primer 1 and Primer 2.
Just basics.
Going back to basics. I had to really go back to basics and got a teacher, and I found a teacher, and I said, look, I've got to start from primary. She goes, what do you mean? I said,
well, that's clever.
Yeah, she looked at me and said, right, okay then. And I started, doing Primer 1, 2, 3, 4, and right up to standards, and then intermediate, and then 1 and 2, and then high school. Yeah. So I had to start from the bottom, work my way up. But it helped me,
Oh, of course.
People.
But it's humility too.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. People ask me because I at my job now, I meet people that can't read or write, and I said, "There's help." I tell them there's help out there if you want it. Yeah. But you just got to want it. It's not going to come and say, "Oh, I'm going to help you." You have to go and get it. And a lot of people are just afraid. They think,
Yeah, of course.
They think, "Oh no, what are they going to say?"
Yeah. The judgment side of things.
Yeah.
But you have to get over that humility to get to the other side.
Yeah. A lot of people, they find it hard to.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Which is good while we discuss, and try to help so many other people that were or are in that position.
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I still meet them now around my age that do my job.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them now, and I tell them, go out and find the help, Explain to them there's people out there that can help you.
And they probably do want the help too.
Yeah, they do. And once you once you help them, they feel really good about themselves.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. And I explained to them that the new word, they call it dyslexic. And they go, were you dyslexic? I go, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad word.
No, it's not. But people don't realize there's a lot of famous people out there that were dyslexic. And really...
Like I said, I think most people are on a... spectrum,
Yeah, pretty much. I know, Einstein was dyslexic.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is. Few of the guy directors.
And again, it's not like a negative or like a.
Oh, we just think in a different
handicap.
way.
It's just a different way. Yeah.
Different way of thinking.
It's just a different way. It's like almost like what would you call conventional engines, to like a rotary engine, or like an electric engine, they're just the same thing is happening. It's just that more people only know about the conventional way.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So life for me has been really hard, but a challenge. But where I'm at now is I'll never change it. I won't change it. I've done some great sporting things, but again, I didn't carry it on because when I was growing up, I was always told I wasn't good enough.
Like sports-wise?
Sports-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very high.
Oh, okay.
I trialled at a few clubs, like NRL clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And got there, and then I left because I felt I wasn't good enough. It started from school.
Yeah.
When I was at school, I got picked in athletics, and I got picked to go. Like when I was in standard 3, I used to be at standard 4s and running, and I got picked to go to trial out for the Auckland champs. And then off the day we trained for about three months. And then on the day I had to go, I pulled a sickie.
Yeah. Do you think it was like a confidence thing?
I don't think it was confidence. I was confident I was going to win.
Yeah.
It was more of a mental.
Like a belief or maybe just
a doubt.
Yeah.
Always been told growing up I wasn't good enough. I was always told I wasn't good at sports. I wasn't good at anything.
So it's like psychological, eh? When you come up from that environment.
Yeah.
And then like scary to address.
Yeah. I didn't want to lose. I think it was. I didn't want to lose too.
Yeah.
I remember playing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I got picked in the windshield for Otara.
Yeah,
in the South Auckland.
But losing is so important, though.
Yeah. See, at the time, I didn't know what it was. Always win.
Yeah.
I was always brought up in winning. You know, being around my brothers. You know,
competitive. Yeah. All the brothers play.
Yeah. I think I was really advanced in sport and rugby, everything from my brothers. So when I went to play my own age, I was way in front of them.
And then, naturally, though, because you focus more of your time and energy into that.
Yeah. And then when I got recognised from teachers and representative people, I would hear kids saying, "Oh, he's just a show off. You just think he's great," you know, and that hurt me, and that made me feel. I started
because you weren't hearing the other side of it too.
No, I was looking at the negative things when I heard the kids, and then I would like if I knew I could score a try or do a kick, I wouldn't.
You'd hold back.
Yeah, I did that. If I got picked in the trials, I wouldn't do too good. I would lose it. You know, things like that. It started hurting me. A lot of things like that. I got picked a lot for rugby, for league, and I just mentally didn't progress. Your father even asked me.
Yeah.
When I trialled out over here for the Roosters.
What did he say?
What happened?
I
don't know.
Because he knew.
Yeah. I didn't know what to tell him. I just said, they didn't pick me. I didn't tell him mentally I wasn't.
Because you knew inside that it was in the bag kind of thing.
Yeah.
You could have just...
Yeah. But other than that, I went...
Those are lessons as well.
And I tried out at Souths. I did really great, but I didn't turn up again. I went to the Dragons, and I thought, this is my last time. And I really said, I'm going to do it. But I was a bit older. I was 28.
Yeah.
I got picked in the reserves for the Dragons. And, they said, yeah, you're in. You got it. I go, great. And then I went back home and then I thought about it. And then 2 weeks later, I bought a ticket and went back to New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe just wasn't ready mentally, yeah?
I don't think, I just think it was, mentally. And
because potentially
I had it, but mentally.
And maybe that's another thing too, is like sometimes the potential, you know, of the idea there's a lot. It's like comforting and easier to just know that, like, I could have been up there. Yeah, I could have been up there. And in your case, it might have been true. You know.
Yeah, I do. I look at it and I go, yeah. And then I see
so no one can take that away from you.
No one. Yeah, no. I, not many of the family know. My wife knows. My son knows. Your dad probably's forgotten.
Yeah.
Know? And I don't talk to anyone else about it in my family. You know now.
Yeah.
The rest of the family doesn't know. Yeah. So, you know, I don't.
It's okay.
I don't talk about it. You know, and I watch some of the players that they're gone. They're all retired now. But
you would be watching. Yeah. Be like, oh, that was so easy. Yeah. You know. Oh, I could have stopped it.
You listen to your auntie. When I watch the Warriors, you go, "You're not watching the Warriors."
You're like. Make you worry.
Oh God, yeah. Some of those, but they're going really great now. I watched them, and they're really, they're really going good, improving. Yeah, sometimes it's sad. Samuel's asked me. He said, you would have made the All Blacks, or you would have made it in.
100%.
I said, I would have, but then
because you had the physicality, you had the
I had the knowledge, the skills, everything. But then I go, if I did, I wouldn't have had you or met your mum. And I tell them I'd rather have you than mum.
Yeah, a million times over.
Yeah, way million times. There you go. Yeah, but they're the All Blacks. I go, you're the All Blacks.
You could have been an All Black and had me.
Yeah.
Oh well, it was meant to be.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So it's another journey I went through.
Yeah.
It was really good. I did perform.
But there's lessons in that too, Uncle.
Yeah.
Say other people that will stumble across this somewhere at some point in time. That we can teach them something.
Oh, it is. It's
what would you teach them, knowing what you've been through in that? Say someone was in the exact position, just a different time.
I think it's like when people think about trying to lose weight and things like that. Mentally, it's first.
Mental.
It's not physically.
Like 90% mental kind of thing.
Yeah, it's you look at it 100%, and you would say probably out of 100%, you'll probably go 80% is mentally. Physically would be probably the next step, and it's 10, and then you would probably go your diet is the next 10, but 80% is probably
the mental. Yeah, and what part of mental? Like what could they do mentally to strengthen?
Strengthen is probably is look at your weaknesses,
addressing.
Strengthen your weaknesses, If it could be like
identify first.
Yeah. Find out what they are and make those stronger. That's how I can help them to pull through whatever they want to do. It's not just in sport.
Yeah.
It's everyday life. Look at all the weaknesses, what you want to achieve in your life and what you want to do. Just look at what.
That's where the areas to improve, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So when you were 15, you moved here to Australia.
Yeah.
With who?
Oh, I come over to live with Uncle Jim.
So you came on your own?
Yeah. And at that time...
Did you know Uncle Jim?
Yeah, I knew Uncle Jim, yeah. I actually didn't want to come over.
Yeah.
I did.
What was that like? Was it like you're acting up, or, were you getting kind of...
Scary. It was scary. It wasn't that I was acting up. Oh, yeah, okay, I got to...
Because that's the age people act up. Though, yeah,
I got to address that. I got told to get out.
Yeah.
When I was growing up in Hamilton, I was pretty bad.
Yeah, like most...
Yeah.
They go through their bad phases.
Yeah, I broke into houses and broke into shops and stole cars.
You would have been around people that did it. It would have been fun in a way. People got respect for it, and and just something to do with the boys. That you guys
I think a lot of it was just to show, I can do this. I'm staunch. I'm the man.
Yeah,
and a lot of that thing. Yeah. And I think a lot of it was just try and be the man.
Yeah, because your peers.
Yeah.
You want respect and
a lot
admiration.
A lot of the guys now, they were in jail.
Yeah.
They were in jail or in the gangs or
did like a 180.
Yeah. I got caught. Yeah. Stealing bikes. Used to go down to the swimming pool and steal all the bikes, and we used to make up different
make a new bike.
Yeah.
Little spray paint or something on it.
Spray. We had all kinds of different bikes, and then I got caught. People caught me, and then. But at the time, there was a lot of things going on, and the judge knew it was me. Yeah, so he sort of told me I needed to get out of Hamilton or go into the boys' home. Yeah.
So that was an option there.
Yeah.
And you're still with Auntie Violet.
Oh, well, no, I got told to go. So Auntie Violet told Uncle Jim, and Uncle Jim said, get him over here. Yeah, at the time. And, and prior to that, even school, my high school told me to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just said, the headmaster looked at me and said, you're going nowhere. You don't need to be here because we don't want you here, So, which was a bit hurtful, but it was the truth.
The best, though.
It was the truth. Yeah. It was the truth. Everything, even what the judge said at the time.
Best for you.
I just thought, what are you doing this for? But I look at it now and I think that was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was the best thing that ever happened to me in my whole life. And all like some of the guys,
it took a good turn.
Yeah.
From where you were.
Yeah.
That was a good pivot.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be here now. Oh, I would probably be in jail.
There's so many other things that had happened.
Yeah. I'll be in a gang now. Yeah. I'll be up for assaults or something bad, you know. A lot of my friends now, a lot of my old mates, in jail or something. Yeah. You know. But I've seen a lot of them, and I go back and they go, "Man, you got out, bro. You got out, bro." And they're amazed, you know. I said, "It's not. I got out. It's I got told to get out." And I told them, and they go, "Oh, what? The judge told you?" I said, "The judge told me to get out." And they laugh because they go, "You're probably the only one that got told to get out, Hamilton." Yeah. I said, "Yeah, yeah." So yeah, no, it's quite funny looking at it now, but in a lot
the time, man.
At the time, but I really, really thank that judge for what he did. He did a great thing. Yeah, he did. Good thing. I even talked to Auntie Violet about it, and she just laughs. She just, I remember that day. You were crying. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. You were crying like a baby. I said, no, I wasn't.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No.
Oh, so when you came here, it would have been just another world, eh?
Oh, scary. It was scary.
Yeah.
I had no friends, no one. I didn't know what to do. Yeah. And I think at the time, Uncle Jim said, right, you're going to play league. I know you've been playing well. And before I left, I was playing with your dad. And I was 15. And your dad in like 22, 23.
Oh,
I was playing up with them, with the men.
Playing with the men?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And I wish I did stay because then I would have, I say that then, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be here. Yeah. You know, and your dad told me a story that I played a lot of games. I can remember a few of the games I played. He said I played a game against a couple of the went down to play a trial game in Hamilton, and we played against Hamilton City Tigers, and we played against two Kiwi players that were going to come up to be Kiwis.
Yeah.
The Hoddle brothers, Mark and I can't remember the other older brother. And he said I was scoring these tries and everything, and he said, you got knocked out. I said, what happened? He said, oh, you were just scoring tries, and one of the Hoddle brothers knocked me out.
Like punched?
No, elbowed me.
Oh, just the elbow,
in those days you could. You know, I went through and I took a pass off one of the boys and I shot through the gap and he saw me come through and he hit me.
Just ran in with an elbow.
Yeah, took me out of the game. And I said, I said, I don't even remember that. I said, I can't remember going to Hamilton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then years later, I know it would have been about 97 or something like that. One of the guys that used to play with your dad in that same team, he goes, Joe, he comes up to me, he goes, man, I remember when we played and you got knocked out. I said, what?
Oh, where? So it was like the same story? But
yeah, I said, is that a real story? I said, I remember Patrick telling me that. And he goes, yeah, it was true.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God. Yeah.
You just would have lost the whole thing, eh?
Yeah, I lost the whole thing. And he goes, it was that Mango Mark Horo. His son actually does podcasting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
some podcast. That's cool.
Yeah, he does it too. Yeah, he does rugby league broadcasting. Oh,
broadcasting, nice.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a story. Yeah. So to look at the whole thing, I think, yeah, it's quite funny. But yeah, I still today try and think of, I think about it. I go, no, I still can't record it. You know, it's a mystery to me. But yeah, your uncles come up to me, even Uncle Terry. Yeah, remember, bro, I've been through that story. I don't know anything about it.
Short answer is no.
Yeah. But I remember playing a few other games. In the days when your dad used to work at the abattoirs like Westfield and Hallebees and all those. They used to have a lot of the Kiwi players that played international league used to work at those big abattoirs, and they used to have big games there. And I remember playing in a game, and I was playing with the men at the time, and they were looking at me.
Yeah, you probably would have.
Yeah. You know, it was amazing at that age, 15, going to play with men. You know, but that's again, I was advanced in my age for playing sport.
Yeah.
And that's why when I played in my sports, any sport I played, I was so
just
advanced.
Excelled, you.
Yeah. And sometimes I think it was great, but then sometimes I just think I was too advanced sometimes.
Mm.
You know, and that's why. But now I can see it's happening with my son. I've shown him a lot of things, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to cut back because he does it when he goes out and plays rugby. He does all these passes and flicks, and he looks at them and he's like, "Why didn't you catch that pass?" And I look, "Oh no."
Oh, you?
He says that. My son says that to me, and I go, "Because you're too advanced for them, son." The things you.
Your son looks at his teammates.
Yeah, teammates
making mistakes.
Yeah,
he's on another level.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that's my fault. I shouldn't have done.
That's not a fault.
Yeah,
you just got to adjust.
Yeah, that's probably true. You know, his skills are.
Want to excel in.
Yeah, I want him to excel, but then at the same time, I can't let him get too far in front because his skills will be too far in front, and then he'll be, If the kids do something wrong or can't catch a pass or
Yeah, true. I think for me, I always try to bring it back to the main reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's the main reason here? So make sure. To me, I don't know. When you play, make sure you love it.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you have fun first.
Oh, he does. He loves it.
Fun first.
Yeah.
But if you get into competitive sports, then maybe teach him.
Yeah.
As much as he needs to know.
Yeah.
Go advanced all the way.
At the moment, he loves it. He loves the meeting his mates, and then he loves, after the training, he loves going into the clubhouse and having his drinks and chips and chocolate and playing chases with his mates.
It's more experience right now.
Oh, it's great. He loves it. He enjoys it. And I think I keep telling him, you know, what you learn in rugby or whatever sport you play, you get a brotherhood with all your friends. You know, it's like
that's
brotherhood.
True,
And I said, when you play sports, you can go to any country and you go and play sports and you find some new brothers. That's what I said to him. I said,
you develop a different bond, eh?
Oh, you do.
Bond.
I got brothers over in England and you know, I played rugby with, and I still see them when we go over. In league friends over there. It's the same with my wife. She's the same. She's got sisters over here she played rugby with, you know, and back in England, we still go and see them. It's funny now because they all got kids that are playing. It's quite funny to see them now, you know. And I think that's a great thing about sports, you know, and that's one thing I learned off my family. Sports is great, and as a family, it's even better, you know.
Yeah.
It brings you together. It brings that.
Teaches you so many things,
Oh,
disciplines and.
It does. A lot of disciplines. But I think the big thing I found with playing sports with my family was love, you know.
Yeah.
It was, I always loved playing sports with my family. Every day we argued when we played touch or something like that. But I look at my brothers and my sisters and I always smile because we're together.
Good times.
Yeah, we're bonding.
Quality time.
Yeah, it's quality time. It's bonding, and you know, and that's what I always found when we had sports games and had all that.
For one, naturally, can be fun.
Yes, yeah.
You have the highs and the lows. And
yes, you know,
it's a game, so you enjoy the game.
Yep.
But then also you're having that quality time.
Yes.
That bonding time, and then the memories to reminisce on.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of memories. A lot of fights.
Yeah?
A lot of fights.
Did you fight with my dad?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, those fights like...
They were... Well, I never won them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he's much older.
Yeah. And there was a lot of... I got told, you're a bad loser. I said, yeah, I know.
But don't give up.
Yeah, I never gave up. Yeah. You know, it was funny. Yeah. But as I got older and they got older.
Yeah,
I started kind of
catching up.
Yeah, started beating them in a lot more, and I was thinking, what's going on? And then I started getting sad because I could see them slowing down.
Yeah,
and getting older, and it was making me sad because then
no, it's just natural.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was natural. They were getting older. I was getting older. You know,
but they were getting older first.
Yeah. And I was zooming past them. Yeah. But no, I always cherished all those moments we had.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And I learned sports-wise, we played everything. Anything we could find, we played. You know. And I tell my son today we played squash, tennis, basketball. We even played netball, touch, gridiron.
Yeah,
we played,
really?
Yeah, we played everything.
Nice.
Just volleyball. We played that. You know, and I tell my son today about all the sports we played, and he goes, "Oh, he can't believe that we played all that." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, Dad had a big family, so we could do it."
Yeah, big family. Yeah,
huge. I know people ask me today about it. When I tell them, they go, "What?"
Your family it's probably maybe felt a bit bigger than say like my dad's family. Like understanding your family, because you had your actual biological, you know, brothers and sisters, but then you also had like other brothers and sisters that you grew up with.
Yes.
So it's even bigger.
Oh, it's much bigger if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
You know,
because in some way you still would kind of have that kind of like brother and sister bond.
Yeah.
You know, even in your mind with like Peter Boy and John, and then you got the other siblings.
Yeah. It's saying that though, I've sort of, I think I've grown apart from them. It's only because I've lived away. Yeah, it's time. They've grown up. They got their own family life. But when we see each other, it's like, hey, we're back to normal again. You know, it's like seeing my old friends from rugby or from league or something. You know, you grow apart, but when you get back together again, it's like the old days.
Yeah, just nice.
Yeah, I think it's just all the happy times you have. So, you know, you're always going to grow apart, but you know that you still had those great times and you had...
You cherish those.
Yeah, you will.
Cool moments.
Yeah. And those are the things that I try and teach our son. Those sort of things, you know, all those happy times, always think about them and cherish them a lot.
Yeah.
And the bad times are always going to be there, but you're just going to have to push them to the side and get through them. Yeah.
So, when you moved to, was it Queensland that you moved to?
Yep. Yeah, I sort of come here, it would have been about 2002. I left New Zealand because I was going nowhere at the time. I just had a broken up marriage. And I got told from my best friend, said, "Look, you're getting nowhere here, brother. All you're doing is spending your money, drinking, going out, just going nowhere." Yeah, and he just said, "Look, let's go over to England." I thought, oh, okay then, let's go there. So I sold up everything I had and got rid of what I had and just got some money together and went to England.
How far back? This would have been 90s, wasn't it?
Oh, just the end of 2000s.
Oh, it was in 2000, early 2000s?
Yeah, 2000s. So I went over to England, and again, that was another challenge for me because I didn't know anyone there. You know, I just had my friend, my brother. You know, he's my brother. Steve's always going to be my bro.
Oh, Steve, yeah.
Yeah. We still keep in touch.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. He's slowed down now. He's not the same he used to be. Yeah, he's got a couple of kids. He's living over in Raro.
Raro?
Yeah, he lives there now. Yeah, he's been there. Yeah, he's been there for a while. So he's the one who got me out of there, you know. And I always thank him. I always thank him for that, you know. I said, if you didn't get me out of Auckland, you know, I would have been stuck there doing the same old thing again. And, you know, without him, I would have, And I'm glad today that I did listen to him and got out of there. And so, and I lived over in England for about a year and a half. And then I thought it was time to come home. But he had left too.
Oh, a year and a half you were there?
Yeah, really about a year and a half. Yeah. But I thought it was time to leave. So I left, but I couldn't because I overstayed my limit, and I knew if I wanted to come back, I couldn't come back. So I had to go out through Ireland.
Oh, to fly? Huh? How come?
Because I overstayed my limit, and if you overstay your limit, you're not allowed back in for 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So. We're doing it. But, you know, in saying that, in that time, though, I had met Auntie Juliet. So, you know, and I was leaving her, and that was a big thing because we had met.
Oh, because that's where you met?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We met over there.
Obviously, I got to ask the question, you know, how was that?
Yeah. That was,
What was that story?
Well, that's a base. We met at... I was playing league at the time, and we had a sponsor night. So our sponsors owned a nightclub, so we had to go and show up there and get free drinks and do all that sort of stuff, and go and see the sponsors and talk to the sponsors, and then
for the league club.
Yeah. So I showed up there, and then Auntie Juliet showed up with all her drunken rugby friends and all that. Yeah.
But you didn't know her.
Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't know Auntie Juliet. And then I was just talking with a few of the guys and a couple of sponsors, and just talking about the game. We won a good game that day, and they just said, I think we beat the second team. We were coming fourth or something in the competition. You know, we were making our way up, and said, And then Auntie Juliet come over to me and just started talking to me. Oh, okay, because she just wanted to. I was different, you know.
Yeah. What do you mean different?
Tanned, coloured.
Different too.
Yeah. The surrounding, because it's all white. You know, English and Welsh and all those guys. Yeah.
You had the golden tan.
I had the tan, and all their friends go up and talk to him. So Auntie come up and started talking to me, and we started talking, had a few drinks, and then I think I had something on the next day, so I didn't stay that long. And then Auntie, I told her to write her number down, because I didn't have my phone on at the time, or I couldn't remember her phone number or something like that.
So just write it down and work something out.
Yeah, and I left, and she thought to herself, I'm not going to ring her up. A couple of days later, I rang her up, and then we went out.
Yeah.
And then after that, pretty much.
What was that first meeting like when you guys caught up again?
Yeah,
you go to a movie, or
we went out for pizza.
Pizza.
I had no car; she had to drive us.
Must be a Brown thing, eh?
Yeah. Well, I had no car over there. Yeah, I had to catch a train everywhere, or bus, or something like that, or taxi. Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was great. Yeah, and we talked a bit. Talked about family. I didn't talk about too much of the family. I didn't want to scare her too much.
But you would have talked a lot about sports, eh?
Oh yeah, it was mainly to do with rugby.
That was a good connection.
Yeah, that's how we met, was through the sports and that.
Oh yeah, and how you met too.
Yeah, and that's it's like that today. But a bit of change. We're married now. We've got a son. Yeah, and we got through the whole thing together. But in that time, I left England, and I think I would have been over here before she come over. She'd been away. I think I had been in Australia for at least 6-7 months before she come over and saw me.
Oh, okay.
So we had long distance relation sort of ship. And yeah, it was hard. And then I think would have been a year and a half later or something like that, she just made up her mind she was going to sell up and leave. And her mum and dad said, "You sure this is?"
Yeah, it's a big move.
It's a huge move.
Huge.
It's big. She had no job to come to, no citizenship, no nothing,
Yeah.
It was a big thing for her to do.
Oh, huge, yeah.
So, I thank my wife for that. She did that. And she did it all. And she got, later on, she found a job. And then we had to go back to England because she had her 6 months visa. She only could stay for 6 months. So I left with her because they told her to go back and come back over later, and they gave her a job. Yeah, and she stayed at that job for a while, and then
she got sponsored or something?
She got sponsored. Yeah, and she stayed at the job for 15 years.
15?
Yeah, 15 years. She only left the last. She's been at this job for 2 years now, or 3 years. This one she's at now.
This new one, yeah.
Yeah, so she did really well at their job. Yeah, and the sponsorship. The job she was at, they asked her if I wanted to get sponsored. So I said, yeah, why not? They're going to pay for it. So, yeah. We both become Australian citizens. So it worked out pretty well. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's great. Fantastic. I'll get it for free.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. You don't get much in life for free. You just take it when you can. Yeah, no, I thank them for it anyway. I just said, thanks a lot for that, They helped us out. Both for us, they did.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
it would have been both ways too, with the service.
Yes, yeah. Auntie Juliet did a lot for that company, and the company did a lot for her.
And that's good.
Yeah, she learnt a lot. I learnt a lot from watching her, and it was great. Yeah, I always think that company she worked for, Lung Foundation, they helped us to where we are today.
It's a good mutual thing, help.
Yeah, it's great.
Help and get help. That's the way we scale and grow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So no.
So you guys have together been in Queensland the whole time?
Yeah, we
living wise. Yeah?
Living wise, we've been here. We've travelled with her job around Australia, but we've mainly lived in Queensland.
Yeah. Queensland, yeah.
It's nice.
Mainly Brisbane.
Mainly Brisbane. Yeah, we like it. Your cousin doesn't want to leave it. We really asked him.
Yeah,
he said, "I don't want to leave Brisbane."
Why would he have to leave?
Yeah. Well, we were thinking about
Melbourne.
No, England. We were going to go back for her.
Oh yeah,
because of family wise, when we went out for their trip, I could see how much she was.
It would have been good for both of you guys too.
Yeah.
Because I know you would like the experience,
Yeah, I liked it over there, but I don't know if I could live there.
Because you've already lived there for a year and a half. You already know what it's about.
Yeah. But your cousin didn't want to live here, so I'm not living there.
Oh, yeah, so we'll just stay with that.
Yeah.
Just put it all on him, eh?
Yeah. We'll put it on. Yeah. No, but if we had the chance, I would actually go back for her so she can see her mum and dad because they're getting older now.
Getting older, yeah.
Yeah, so she needs that quality time, and it is sad when we see them having quality time with their sisters and getting together and having those sort of Easter things and all that.
Yeah, every year there's something.
And Christmas, and I feel sorry for my wife. I feel,
But you guys went recently, yeah?
Yeah.
What was that trip like?
Oh, it's awesome. It is
in Wales?
Wales in England. She got a sister that lives in Bristol.
Okay.
Just out of.
So explain to me, because I've been to England.
Yeah.
I don't really know geographics and things like that. So Wales is part of England, or is it a?
Well, it's not part of England. It's part of the British.
Yeah, it's part of the UK.
Yeah, part of the UK. So they're part of it. So you got England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland.
Is it all? Ireland is a different island.
Yeah, Ireland's on the other side. Yeah, so. But the whole sort of Wales, England are all in one island, one big.
Oh, that's all on, and they share that island.
Yeah.
So Wales would be north.
Yeah. So and it's like if you're in England, it takes you about an hour to get to Wales.
Not long.
No. People go, what? Okay, yeah. It's like if you live over there and you travel,
Auckland to Hamilton.
Yeah. It's like going. Or I always put it. They go, what do you mean? I said, we lived in Brisbane and we went down to the Gold Coast. They go,
Gold Coast.
Yeah, I said, you're in Wales. And they go, oh, wow.
It's close.
Yeah. And they go, wow, didn't realise it. I said, it's like going, if you go to France, you can go in the tunnel. You're there in a day.
It's a couple hours.
Yeah. And they go, what? I go, yeah. So, it was, we did a trip like that. We went through the underground tunnel and we went to Brussels. Yeah. That was an amazing place. Brussels. Beautiful. I love over in all those countries, the architecture of the buildings.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just so amazing how advanced they are today. Oh, well, when they were back in those days.
Yeah.
Italy's another place.
Yeah.
Fantastic buildings. The Colosseum is unreal.
Yeah.
It just it blew me away when I saw it, and we went for the tour. And they always talk about how they had the first aircon.
Oh yeah,
built over there. Yeah, nice, and it was to use the air coming through to keep them cool. And they always say,
that's the first aircon.
Yeah, the first aircon, and it was amazing showing us. And the
natural split system.
Yeah. I loved it too because I remember I was growing up with my nephews Peter and John. We used to watch Bruce Lee a lot. Yeah, and there's a one called The Way of the Dragon where Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee had the big fight at the Coliseum. And I remember asking one of the guys, where did they have that big fight?
Yeah, what is that?
Where is it? He goes up, he pointed to the place where it was. I go, wow.
You want to go there one day.
Yeah, that was amazing to see that.
So going there in person, that would have been...
Oh, that was
brought
awesome.
back those memories of...
Oh, yeah, just thinking about when I was in the movies with the nephews, and it was funny because when we used to come out and your dad used to come pick us up with Uncle Terry, and he said he used to watch us. So he used to sit in the car after watching Bruce Lee, and we all come out, and you just see all these Maori boys and Island
doing
boys
kicks
and karate chops and doing Bruce Lee. He used to think was funny.
Yeah.
He couldn't stop laughing. Oh yeah, it was amazing to see. Yeah, no, that brings memories back too. That was great. Yeah.
Some good memories then.
Yeah, awesome memories. It's great memories. You know, so I look at my life. I had my ups and downs, but I had my happiness. I had a lot of good stuff.
And you still got a fair bit to go.
Oh, a lot more to go.
Yeah,
a lot more to go. Yeah, but no, I enjoy life. You know, you just got to look at life as people say, just take every day as you can. You know, and live it to the fullest, the best you can.
It's one day at a time, man.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll always remind myself and other people around me to just, the main thing is enjoy. You know?
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. You know?
Enjoy life.
Highs or lows.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it all.
Yeah. Enjoy your life. Be happy with what you got. You know, I know sometimes I feel, why they got this, why I got that, and I go, gee, what am I going on about? Look at myself, what I got, you know. Yeah, and then when I think about when hard times, we've got to pay for this, pay for that, then I think, oh well, some people, they haven't got a house, some people are living in their cars, some people are living on the streets, and I think, well, I tell myself to be quiet and just get on with it, you know.
Put things into perspective, eh? Some people are probably still back in those gangs.
Yeah,
or in jail.
Oh, you
people that you know personally.
You still see it. I still see some of my old friends that still wearing the patches. You know.
Yeah.
And I just think, wow, that's their
them.
life. That's just them. I don't think anything about it. And it doesn't bother me. Yeah. That's all I can think. Yeah.
So travel wise, what's been your favorite place?
I would say I loved Wales.
Oh, yeah.
I loved not because of my wife. I think it's like reminded me of home a bit. You know?
Yeah, whenever I see photos of like Wales, like when you guys in Wales, I see a lot of like greenery. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome place.
Like
it's
vast farms. Green.
Yep. And the people are nice there. Really nice. Yeah. And I love Wales. I always my second team when it comes to rugby has always been the Welsh team.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was young, I used to wake up watching them in the 70s and the days of the All Blacks. I really.
So you already like had that affinity with Wales.
Oh yeah.
Many years ago.
Yeah, watching their
decades ago.
Great team when they had in the 70s. You know, one of my great players was Phil Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was a Welshman, and he was one of the players I admired watching when the All Blacks used to play them. And I used to think, I want to be like Phil Bennett too. Yeah, yeah, he was one of the guys. Yeah, and from there, I've always loved Wales because of that team they had in those days was a great team, and they actually have never got back to that standard again. Which is sad for them, but those are great memories I still remember. So, and the other place I would probably say would be Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Italy, amazing place. Yeah, loved it. It was,
The food, the culture, architecture.
Architecture, the lot.
Just the culture. Yeah, history.
The history there was just amazing history. It was just like, wow, these guys are so advanced. You think about them and then I said to my wife, how come they call it, it's Italy, but they were the Romans in those days, I asked one of the guys who's Italian, and he said, in those days, he said to me that, bit of history, he told me that in the days, the area, Rome, was the richest area. So that's why they were
Romans. Yeah.
The Romans took over that area of that little place. Took over. It's like saying Brisbane. You know, then Brisbane takes over all of Australia.
Then we just identify as like the Brisbanes.
Yeah, and then everybody.
Brisbaneans.
Yeah, and I said, so where was Italy then? It was always Italy.
It was always Italy.
Yeah, but just Rome took over it. Yeah.
And then
they hit
the
money.
Roman Empire spread too to like other countries that we know today.
Oh, they spread all around the world, didn't they, really? You know?
Yeah.
They didn't get down here, though.
They would have if they could.
They could, yeah. Oh, for sure. They would have got
Maybe if they had more time, they would have. But yeah. Even the advanced concrete, I remember that fact. I don't know if it's a fact, but yeah, they said they developed like some concrete that they can't reproduce today.
Oh, but if you look at it,
even when you look at the ruins, like some of it still looks pretty strong.
Very, very strong.
And I don't know if they used any reinforcement. No reinforcement steel in there.
No, like
I don't think so.
You go to England. One of our my wife's old friends she went to school with. Her house is something like 400 or 500 years old, and you look at the architecture of the roof. It's just got wood sticking through. Yeah, and there's no wood coming through. Just two wood up on each side holding the roof up. And I'm just thinking, how the heck are they hold? It's just, you just go to different countries and you just look how they built it. You know?
Yep.
You know, well, you look at the Colosseum, how that was done, you know? Yeah, and I reckon if you go to Egypt, you look at those buildings, you know?
Well, that's probably the grandest example.
For
like
sure.
How did they make the pyramids? They still can't explain it.
These people were way advanced.
Were they people?
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, you don't know, you know.
Maybe they are like some alien dinosaur. Who knows?
You don't know because just... and people think about how well we're advanced. And I said, you look at what they were like in those days and the things we got today and we can't...
Doesn't make any sense.
And the things we got today, we can't do what they've done. You know?
Can't explain it too.
No. So, yeah. So, yeah, Italy.
To Italy, Italy. For me, Italy's my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been just north of Rome.
Oh, okay.
Tuscany.
Yeah, Tuscany. We went to Salento.
Oh, yeah. Where's that?
That's on the, I think it's out south. South Italy, yeah. And it's amazing. The buildings, there's this, on the side of Salento, when you go into, I can't even remember the little town, these buildings on the side, like houses, and you're thinking, how
like in the Amalfi Coast?
Yeah, and you're thinking, how did they get them up there? Yeah, how did they do it? Yeah, you can't see.
Like that really famous one, with a big hill, and there's got like houses all on the side, and then the beach.
It's amazing. I'm just thinking, how did you do that? There's some work
probably been there for hundreds of years.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Most definitely been there for, way before we were born.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You got any other travel plans that you would like to do? So, where would you want to go if you, say, if you like won a prize, all expenses paid or something?
Oh, there's a lot of places I love to go to. You know, South Africa.
Oh.
Yeah. Japan. Yeah. States. Love to go to the States. You know, out of them, I would probably love to, probably Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan. You know, they got some good culture there. You can see it, you know. And I like to go to the, what do they call it, the wall?
Great Wall of China.
I love to go there and have a look at that. That's amazing. Oh, you've been there, haven't you?
Not China, just Japan, a couple times.
Yeah.
Japan's cool, though.
Yeah, Japan. I like to see China. And I just think all these Asian countries have got a lot to show too.
Like, for sure.
History. You know, they've been around for a while.
And good for us. It's the cheaper option too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just because where we are, you know, travel-wise, not too far, so it's good.
Yeah. No, that's true.
You got so many like Southeast Asian countries. Have you been to any?
No, not any at the moment. Only stopovers.
Stopover like Singapore and things like that.
In Korea. We went to
Korea.
Stop over there. And, yeah. But yeah, no, I like to go and have a look at those countries. But at the moment, money. Got no money.
Oh yeah,
money talks.
Money talks, eh?
Yeah, we'll probably have to save up a bit more.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Yeah. So yeah, no. And at the moment, life's taking a different turn. So, I think everyone's going to affect it now with the mortgages and
interest rates going up.
Because
you guys got your own home. You've had your home for a while, eh?
Yeah, we've had ours for quite a while. Yeah. We've had it for 12 years now.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So
You get out 30-year mortgage?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, be about 30. Yeah.
Had to remortgage sometimes.
We're looking at now. At the moment, we're in the process of doing it now.
Yeah.
So, I think our fixed rate is finished. So, so we're going to have to. We're looking at it now. We've been talking to. My wife's been doing most of it. Getting it, sorting it out for us, but she does a good job.
That's good.
Yeah,
she understands it.
She does it more than me.
Yeah, that's true too. It's going to be true for a lot of people coming off their fixed mortgages.
I know it's going to be scary for a lot of people, and I think it's going to come down to tough times for a lot of people, I think we're going to be all right because we've both got pretty good jobs at the moment. So, we're pretty safe. We've got a bit of money put away in the bank. And thank God my wife, she's got a bit of a brain on there. She put a lot more away in our mortgage.
Yeah.
So,
would have saved in the long term.
Yeah. She, put lots more away and we got extra money in the mortgage that we could use.
So offset accounts and things like that.
Yeah. So she saved up a lot, and I thank you for that. I think, man, that is so great. You did that.
Smarter.
Very smart. Yeah. She's the smarts in the family.
But it's true though, because times are changing. Rates are going up. It's going to affect so many things.
Yeah. It is. When we traveled, we saw how it's affected overseas.
Overseas?
Yeah. It's sad to see a lot of homeless people around. A lot more when last time we were in Wales. I don't think there was that many. There were. I didn't see any last time, but when we went over there, we saw a lot of homeless people. And it's funny saying that. There's a few people here. We're seeing homeless people in Brisbane itself.
Yeah.
At our son's rugby club, there's an elderly man that lives in his car that's always there in his old beat up Falcon. And that's sad to see that, It's
and it's sad to think that it will increase too.
Yeah, that's even
kind of stories.
What makes me sad is that how can we let that happen? Yeah,
it's a tricky one to understand and explain the whole basic economics, but in a way, recessions are like corrections.
Yeah. I know, I'm old school. I just think, people up the top can fix it. I'm really old school. I just think, when they talk about inflation, to me, inflation is that the people who are rich people up the top just make the inflation, just when you talk about
that's true though,
and you talk about people who are rich. They're only rich because how'd they get rich? Off other people, which is sad, and it's still happening today. People are getting rich off other people, and it hurts me to be as a human being when we can let that happen. It hurts me every day thinking about that. Why? How can we let this happen?
I like to look at it a different way.
Yeah,
I like to look at it as yes, the people at the top, in government, they do create inflation. inflation really means an expansion of the money supply. So you got X amount of supply of money, yeah? So what they do is they create more of it. So it dilutes the power, the what do you call it? Your money it doesn't go as long as it would because now there's more of it, So that is true that people in power, they do create inflation, which is wrong in a sense. But the way I like to look at economics is people that get rich, they have to improve something, There's it's like they have to provide value to be rich first, A lot of people, if they inherit money, that's a different thing. But say if there was like you and I, we came up with with an idea to better something, come up with a better, say, like whatever product you can think of that will make our lives better, and more people want it. So now you've satisfied the market by providing solutions. So that's how that's like the traditional way to get rich.
Yeah.
Is you're solving people's problems. And I like to encourage more people to try to figure out to solve more people's problems and to kind of like lift up our standards, our living standards. So that's the traditional way. But I think a lot of people have a different idea. They think that rich people, there's this idea that they run the world, the rich people, and they can solve problems like by just saying, paying people's bills. But I think that doesn't teach us the necessary skills to kind of be productive, by just saying, oh, they could do it, they should just fix it, that doesn't encourage people in the direction that like I like to think, to help, to be motivated to identify people's problems and help people.
Yeah.
And the more people you help, the more richer you should be. So it's in proportion. That's how I like to focus on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there is some truth, like what you're saying, that there is,
that's all.
It's conspiracy too to say, there's some families out there that are rich.
Yeah.
But that's what I was talking about. Like there are people that inherit fortunes.
Yeah. But in saying that, I'm still happy with my life.
That's what it comes down to. And that's a good mindset too.
You're always going to get that inflation and everything going up, but I just focus on me, my family, my life, and being happy and getting on with it and improving what I can do for my family and
core values.
That's because people keep people are going to go on about inflation, this inflation. It's always going to.
It depends on the mindset, like you said. It doesn't matter at what stage in your life or what level of financial success. If you have that mindset, you'll always complain about anything and everything. So that's smart too.
I'll just get on with life and just do it. And don't worry about inflation that much. I just get on with it.
Understanding sometimes can help you.
Understanding it and what's going on. With groceries these days, we pay groceries are going up.
The government tells us it's only gone up a little bit though.
You look at our grocery bill. Oh my God.
It's only gone up just a little bit. A couple of years ago they were saying it's not going up enough.
No, it's not. But you look at it now, oh my God. Unbelievable. So we go to Aldi's shopping now.
Oh, I love Aldi's.
I love Aldi's.
I go to Aldi's anyway.
Well, we were just lazy. We just went to Coles because when
Coles.
when it was just we go to Coles or Woolies. But now we'll go Aldi's what we need, and then what we can't get from Aldi's we go to Coles or Woolies.
I always love Aldi's.
That Aldi's is good. Yeah.
All right, I think this is volume 1.
Volume 1.
When you come back, Uncle, we'll have to get back into it.
Okay then.
I think we've got to satisfy these kids' tummies.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, in mine.
Yeah, me too. Oh, that was cool. That was an hour and a half.
Oh, God, that went quick. Yeah.